Wimbledon singles championships will come down to the physical and mental state of each player. We've talked at Endem about the slippery grass courts the first week, the soft balls used now at Wimbledon, and also the wet, damp climate that have lingered over the All England Club and most of the UK and a lot of the other parts of the world for the whole year. Well, right now we have not exactly dirt ball like we've had in 2010 and 2011, but something in between maybe dirt ball and grass. I'm even seeing a little brownage starting to happen in the service box area. And of course, the baselines are all brown. So the conditions really aren't going to play a huge factor. Bartoli, Lisicki, Murray, Djokovic are all great at dirt ball or in between dirt ball and grass. They're fine. So what we really need to talk about is the physical and mental state of each player. So we'll start with the women. Bartoli has been injured all year long. She had a virus just about a week ago. And now she suddenly looks healthy, though I think she isn't quite 100% yet. She stretches her legs out a lot. They always looked at those legs could get tight. I don't even know if that ankle is completely 100%. But she had an easy draw. She loves the grass, slippery grass or dirt ball, either way. She's taking the ball early, and she's found her rhythm. The easy draw helped her to do that, but she definitely has her rhythm now. She's playing her best tennis in a long time, at least since the last U.S. Open. And mentally, I think she's good to go because she's been there before. She's finally found herself this year. And, I think she has a little less pressure. Maybe she feels she's going to feel tight, like she has to get this one, but I think this has almost been a gift. I mean, she never expected this. Nobody did. So I think mentally she's good to go. I think physically there may be some issues we don't know about, but the easy draw is definitely helping her physically. So really, in a way, she's physically and mentally in pretty good shape. The only thing I can see happening is a long match. She wears down or she cramps up or something like that happening. Something comes back that's been lingering or bothering her the whole year. As far as, and by the way, the other thing, I guess mentally I should point out too, she hasn't had the matches, the big time struggles that Lisicki has had. And getting over those gives you a lot of confidence and confidence in the big points. So the big points Bartoli I would normally give to her, I may suffer because she hasn't had the fantastic matches that Lisicki has. Now, on Lisicki's side, I would say mentally she's the best I've seen her in a long, maybe ever, I guess. I mean, she didn't tighten against Serena nor Radwanska. She pulled both of those out. Unbelievable. Who would have guessed? Her fighting and making it tough matches, certainly. But pulling them out, wow. I don't know that anybody could have guessed that. So I think Lisicki mentally looks strong, though I'm still wondering, but what I'm wondering more is not the nerves. I think she's got a handle on that at the moment. I'm more wondering about the mental strain, the incredible tough matches she's had, Serena and Radwanska. Will she just be drained mentally and or physically? I mean, she's had a lot of time off this year. She had gotten sick earlier in the year after starting off well and had some time off, so she should be good physically, have something in the tank, but when you add in, all the fighting she has gone through, and probably it's going to be more of a mental fatigue than anything, but that could lead right into physical fatigue, and then the whole thing could crumble. So she could just be burned out, and if she's burned out, Bartoli could take this easily. And I think she's not going to be burned out. I think she has one more match left in her, but we'll see. But if she keeps playing like she has been, and even if she has a letdown, like in the second set, like she did against Radwanska, she'll have a chance in that third set because Bartoli could then, she hasn't had to play a match like that. She could get a little tight in the big points. She's not used to it. She could, more than that though, because Bartoli's been there before, so more than that I would say, physically something could start happening. And then I think Lisicki can take it. So what's going to happen is a toss-up. I mean, really. My first initial reaction was Bartoli has this. She's been there. She's had an easy draw. That's it. She's going to have more in the tank, physically and mentally. But I don't know, because Lisicki's on fire. She may ride this thing the whole way in, and she may even bludgeon Bartoli, because Bartoli's not going to be expecting this. I'm sorry, Sloane Stephens and Flipkins did not give Bartoli what Lisicki's probably going to give her. And it's not just power. Her movement on these grass courts or dirt courts, whatever, and her hands and her drop shots and her variety and her the way she can bend down and take low shots. Bartoli will hit those low flat bullets, but Lisicki can get those. More defense than you expect from her as well. So there's a lot to Lisicki's game people don't always give her credit for. So I will call it a toss-up. I would just go with the hot hand, but I really don't know. At first I said Bartoli, now I switched to Lisicki. I go, in my Wimbledon Championship weekend preview, I also said Lisicki. I had already switched by then. So my first initial thoughts Bartoli, now I say Lisicki. As far as the men, Djokovic has had an easy draw until Del Potro, and that may have taken some out. I think that's enough to make his energy fluctuate. It's what I expected to happen to Murray if he had Nadal or maybe Isner, but Isner's more of a serve guy. But I thought Murray had a chance of having a real tough one. Now you may say, hey, what about Verdasco? What about Janowicz? They were tough, and Verdasco had him down 2-sets love, but I don't think it was taxing. I don't think Murray ever expected he was going to lose, and I don't think that takes a lot out of you, the mental strain. I don't think he had that kind of mental strain. He has the pressure of all of England on him, all of, I should say, the UK on him. So, yes, that's going to be there no matter what. But, and that will be the thing. Will he be drained from that? He drained against Federer last year after the first set. But he's used to it more now. And, I don't think Verdasco and Janowicz punched him in the stomach as hard as it may seem. I think Del Potro punched Djokovic in the stomach. So I think Djokovic's energy, as it has been doing all year, and even last year some, will be up and down a bit. And when it's down, Murray needs to take his chances. Murray may come out tight again, like he has been. Though last year's championship, he came out strong. So either way, he may have a dipping point and then come back. I think it's going to go back and forth. Murray on top, Djokovic, Murray, back and forth. And it may be a great one. And we get to the fifth set. If Murray can get deep, I think 4 sets, probably Djokovic pulls this out. Murray never gets to that fifth, or maybe he's drained some. But if he gets to the fifth, that adrenaline, the second wind, the crowd, he's been doing it this whole tournament, well, especially the last 2 matches. Tight in the beginning, riding the wave at the end. And if he does that, he gets to a fifth, I think it's Murray. So with the draws, the way they've worked out, mainly, and, people that have been there before in Djokovic and Bartoli, I'd go on that side. But my heart wants to say Lisicki and Murray. I'm sorry, Djokovic and Bartoli, yes, I would go with them. But my heart wants to say Lisicki and Murray are going to ride the wave the whole way through. I don't know, toss it up, 50-50. In the beginning of the tournament, I said Djokovic over Murray. Now, I may give a little edge. I'm seeing some great thing in the fifth set now. And with Lisicki, I'm seeing her riding this unless she just totally hits empty and from all this crazy tennis she's played. Okay, that's it. I will be back for a Wimbledon wrap in another day or so.